My eyes are on EG. And look at this from Aspas and Sadak. A hard anti, expecting some kind of B main aggression, which doesn't yet come.
Don't know where he is. Demon 1 though, a punishment. Getting ahead of himself ever so slightly. Was a lock down that position, fault line. Lands onto Com, slows him down.
What a read though, off the start. Loud had tucked in that corner, I think trying to evade any information that Ethan would get from a flash, hoping to prompt a push out, and then they punish it. It's perfect.
Here they stand. And the discipline is there from Loud. It's a triple face into mid. Watching Jorgmo when he's peeking for a bit of information. Nade. Flying through, Ethan now. Tucked, and he's really gonna have to do the most. Onto this one, him, the crossfire setup! Alongside Com. Dismantled in a moment though, when the kills were traded out, and it does still favor Loud as a team. It's a 3v1 with Boostio. Does have the ghost.
So tough though.
Yeah, with less tucked here.
Less in mail, 2 to find on sight, and Tui's has just spotted him. Perfect utility coming out from Sadak as well.
Him,
the flash, the stun. Boostio still manages to find one actually. Les probably should have been able to wrap that up a little earlier, but Loud take the pistol. And I'm a little concerned. I spoke earlier about the map pool and how I thought EG's best chance was to close this in 3. Because Loud have looked good on Split and on Bind, which are our final 2 maps here. In terms of the head-to-head between these 2 teams, EG are 1-0 up on Split. EG have won, I think it was a 13-3 scoreline or something against Loud on this map. But at Champions here recently, I haven't really liked what EG have been pulling out, this raised chamber composition. I'm not huge on it. It requires massive games from Boostio. Boostio on Pearl, he only got 9 kills. 5 of those were in 1 round. He got an ace.
A lot of emphasis to place on your shoulders, but okay, when the opportunity's there, he does grab it.
And that's what he needs to be
doing.
doing.
Hold on, Spike's been dropped down. Nade as well, pushing him back alongside the pull. Any attempt to stabilize. Oh, they are really getting brutalized. I mean, Loud, no chance he could be able to cross that line inside the smoke. Jordan, it's a trailblazer that connects. It's a stun into the corner here. Boombot, though, points him in the right direction. With the weapons that they've got, okay. Leading the charge is Aspas. Taking control of the situation once more.
Ethan's reading the fact that this is going to come back to A. He's already planning to reposition. Look at the spot that Ethan's got himself into here.
Oh, this is potentially nasty. I mean, oh, the silent drop-off. He's overstayed as well. Come! Does he get out? No way. Wow. Back and away. He's hunting for the second kill here, but oh my. Hopped away. Scot-free. They hit a reload here with 30 seconds remaining. Once more, Ethan can do so much more. Can't hit that shot though. Still a flash head flying, and it is perfect. The connection. Aspas blinds it up, buying time for Demon 1 over the top. Pushing forwards, Aspas!
It'd have to be an ace.
Bloody earned the showstopper already, man. We're in round 2. And it would have to be the ace. But Com in the clutch. We know what he's capable of. He does not lose them. Set your sights on this one. Com!
Denies Aspas a historic ace and works off the back of what Boostio and Ethan had done to set them up for this MasterCard Thrifty again. EG steal it away. Not sure. I was talking about the fact that Boostio needs to have big games on the chamber, and he comes out with the opening pick instantly. Spike abandoned down mid. What a play by Ethan though as well. To just consistently be harassing these Loud players of Aspas and Tuis as they got closer and closer to the spike, leaving things in the hands of Com, who is always good for the clutch. I don't think Com lives by the mantra of live evil.
He seems quite wholesome, actually.
One of the most wholesome players that we have out here. Yeah. But he has found his form.
Ethan on the top of the ropes. Hello. He's escaping that one. Here we go. Okay, showstopper committed. That is a direct hit. Demon 1, there's going to be no remains left of him. And Com wrapped around the pillar. It's pushed into really unfortunate timing here. Now this is a lighter buy from Loud already. Massive advantage for them. How does it get played by EG? Util is here, surely. Been waiting now The nade sent flying, but the flash, I mean, it's over in a blink of an eye.
It's gone. It's done as quickly as that. Aspas answers with another 4K back-to-back rounds of Aspas dominance, this time resulting in a round win.
Oh.
That's ridiculous.
Might have just woken up the final boss. He's sitting at 10-2. What is that? What is that? God. Nah, okay. Yeah. Try and take it to that guy. You're gonna need to, I don't know, toggle or something, man. I mean, that is just disgusting.
He's 10-2 after 3 rounds.
Yeah. Back
Flash,
to back.
stun, looking like they want to fake some A-ramp control. But with Aspas not pushing off the back of it, he's just waiting to collect any level of reaction from EG in mid.
This time, Loud, much more aware of the EG game plan when on the weaker buys, the ecos. They know that, mid is compromised. You can see the jump spots, just them slowly trying to pick apart this control. Boostio. One shot there, not to the head though, so Aspas survives.
Loud have a lot of utility here to try and clear out these kind of plays. Another flash to try and set Boostio up? No, Ethan has decided to back off and re-clear a ramp instead. There is a chance they catch less.
Just trying to get a timing. Yeah, they're worried about him.
And look at them specifically bringing the Trailblazer through to sight because Les was getting deep on these A-lurks against Fnatic. EG are ready for it.
He's found a space on towards the side. They give up a heaven control as a result of it. Aspas. Interesting angle to be playing at here. Has to be worried about the push out of the smokes, especially as they start to fade, which they do. He's got the timing in his head pretty much perfectly. But they are really giving up control. I mean, everybody playing up on site here by Loud. This could quickly turn on its head at a moment's notice. The player to watch here, 2 years tucked away, he's going to try and seek that timing, and he does grab the one still. It's got to be dug out of this forward position. There are flanks on flanks occurring. It was back here. Tom's still lurking. Oh, okay. A decent go of things. This should be a 1 round here for Loud.
Aspas is looking to try and take the fight straight to Ethan. He wants to build up his second showstopper already.
You know exactly where Con was. The backside laid out. I mean, these guys, Loud, are just in impeccable form. Red hot right now, not missing a single shot. And you're exactly right setting it up. I mean, Aspas, his second showstopper, he's 3 ult orbs away now.
How ridiculous is that?
It's round 5.
And that's a tool that's just going to burst open the EG defense. One of the biggest problems that EG faced, the last time they played Split with this composition against EDG, they couldn't defend. They couldn't find the right moments to be able to shut down sight hits from coming through. And if you think back to how EDG play with individuals all over the map, that's something that Les could definitely find value from. The op, not quite catching there from Boostio as Aspas gets deep, gobbles up all of that space.
An open chance there is for Boostio, but now forced to just back away and try and play this retake with the operator in his hand. That is a difficult still Ethan. As long as he's alive, they've got the Seekers to try and re-clear some of this space in the post-plant. It might get a little bit difficult here. Loud playing a ton of players deep onto the site. They kind of need a plan to bail themselves out. Util capable of flushing them out. Here's the Seekers. He's pretty far back there, so they know that Tia is at least stuck close down to hell. It's all being exchanged on either side. The flash, coverage, Kawazine once more. Boostio tries to swing out, does return fire, but really the damage is just being done, and attempts all over the place. Pushing through the smokes, you got to give it up at this point. EG recognized that.
The Loud post plants, the setups, crossfires, utility usage. Every part of it is looking excellent here.
Yeah.
They avoided that first issue with Boostio missing his inaugural op shot. And then after that, it was plain sailing. Loud looking immaculate, putting the squeeze on EG. And one of the issues when you find yourself in spots like this, from EG's perspective, is that all of the adrenaline coursing through your veins, the euphoria from being up 2-0, it starts to dwindle, starts to drop down, and then you're crashing and you realize you're not calming as much, and you can feel a very real version of the pressure that's being applied to you. it ends up, if you worry about it happening too much, being a self-fulfilling prophecy.
That's what we talk about it. Big game experience and best of fives, they matter a lot.
Loud have got tons.
Certainly do.
Boostio taking his operator deep down mid. The Viper wall helping him after he takes a shot. The wall can go up. He'll escape into the rendezvous.
And this is a nice setup, honestly, with the Viper's pit drop down. EG, they rotate a lot of their players away. It's all dependent on Com surviving. This pit is the only thing holding them back.
And everybody from Loud is about to group up over
yeah.
here. They have flashes from Cowanzine to give info, but
Seeker.
more important, the Seekers.
How
can Com deal with
and
the
all they got to
Seekers?
do is try and spam closer to Seekers here. Flash once more, the horn. Okay, it's all being offloaded. Fault line. They haven't removed him. He survived, so the pit's still up, but they just want to move all the way past it, taking heaven control. All at their feet here, and it's Jorgamo to try and meet them. Satchel,
good movement.
Disengage, round to the side, Ethan. Locking down the ropes angle, but it is carnage. A scramble towards it, Com retreating. Back against the wall, into elbow, low enough though, a single shot, once more, will just bring him down, and he does not claim the kill. It was necessary. At this point, EG shut out of the sight. Last pass, he wants a little bit more. I mean, okay. It's a 2v4, why not?
Go for it.
There's the rocket.
When you have your second showstopper in round 6, sure, send
Sure.
it. Why not?
I don't know where Demon 1 is.
He's getting run down.
Cornered and brought down once more. These maps have been defined by the attack sides for both of these teams. It's no different now with Loud. It's 5-1. A timeout has to be forced now. EG taking this.
A lot of the time we talk about teams having plans to deal with Viper's pits, but it's rare that you see an execution so perfect as that. The Seekers came through, they followed them, they were ready with the breach utility as well. They drove Com out of his pit so quickly. Com was fearful for his life, and then they instantly got through it and took a heaven control. No dawdling, no hesitation. Loud just used their utility, instantly took space off the back of it. And all of this is setting up Aspas to have an unreal game. 16-3 right now.
Showing no signs of slowing down.
And I mean, the emotion that the Killjoys got on her face there is me watching EG potentially choke the lead in the series, because Loud have just looked completely different across Pearl and Split so far.
Yeah.
The first 6 rounds here have been dominance and almost bullying EG. Like, EG have had no chance in some of these situations. They're just getting slapped around. Boostio's lost his operator. He's going to pick up the tour de force in this round. But he hasn't really found the opportunities to get value out of it.
No, he's been postured off of these corners. I mean, the operator needs to get value if you're hitting those initial shots.
Meanwhile, the big hitters that you expect from rifling sides, Jorgamo and Demon 1, they're 1 and 12 between them.
Not there.
No,
It's not present.
And again, part of that is because they're constantly put in bad positions because Loud are so fast to get into nice spots.
Lovely flash though, that sets it up, okay.
Good opening. That's what Boostio's been missing a little. He finds it there, puts his team in a 5v4.
Time wasted from Loud though. They want to try and use the Trailblazer. Nothing else to push through. Here it is, Rolling Thunder. Cuts into the side. Trademark at their feet, Com. I mean, everybody just being slowed down to a crawl. 2 years through the box. Remove the traitor, Sadak, last one left. 1 versus 3. Everybody quickly alerted to his position now. He needs to try and force some of these fights out. Ethan just holding it. The jiggle as well. Knows he doesn't need to force this fight out. Close behind it. The positioning, it's spammable. Fault line, stun.
Good stun.
Good connection, but still the movement is just a little bit cleaner. EG making sure to not let that one slip away from them.
Players getting on the board. EG warming up. Boostio with the first, and then actually EG in position to fight over the map control, which the important area ended up being a heaven in this round. Nice flash also from Ethan to set that one up and make it a little easier for Boostio to generate the first kill for his team.
Enemy remaining.
But it's this constant war over heaven that ended up being a large difference. Usually EG were just giving up that space, allowing Loud to take it. They weren't fast enough to be able to respond. Here's more of what we've seen from Loud in the past. Heavy emphasis towards B main control. Boostio's picked correctly again.
With the operator. Flash is good. Pull is also good. Forced to use the rendezvous. But Jorgamo is ready to pick up the pieces in case there was a fast punish play. He's got a showstopper in the back pocket, so any players that walk straight into... Okay! Wallbang angle from there. Didn't know about that one. The punishment when Ethan's just looking for a bit of mid-round information.
And as soon as this area is taken by Quarantine and Les, the whole of Loud come and just backfill the space.
Aftershock is good. Made a little bit better here, but okay. Bit of a whiffage there with the movement. I think maybe slowed down a bit prior by some of that util into the choke point. A chance. Boostio misses. Com though, still looked down to the side and still here. That consistency, dodging. Everything that's thrown at him, it's a little bit disjointed in terms of Loud with the positioning, but as the smoke goes down, well, Com, only the one before the trade. Jorgamono back in action, back in the fight. 40 seconds left, has the showstopper, Boombot. There it is, finds his target, but which way does he want to send the rocket flying? One sign of life, Salah brings him down! And a cosmic divide. It partitions and splits it up. Demon 1, the only thing on his side is a lack of noise cues. They don't know about this one. They've all repositioned the waist. Okay, they're going to be able to hear it. Demon 1. He's wondering where are the rest of them. Dropping down into his face. Les just bringing it to him.
Forcing the fight, winning it out. No danger from Demon 1 there towards the end. One round, that's all that EG have been able to find. No momentum gained off the back of that. They didn't manage to chain it together into a couple. People theorizing that this Loud composition would struggle in terms of its A ramp control because it doesn't have the Viper, because it doesn't have, you know, a Cypher even that can put the cages down there and allow you quiet access to A. But when Quarantine is using his utility for Les to take that space aggressively and then the rest of Loud rotate, what's the answer from EG? Trailblazer goes deep on this one, finds Jorgamo holding with a Bucky down there. There's a Bucky and a Judge. Odds and ends for EG, trying to keep this alive. Same story as the last time they played Split. No defensive rounds.
It's a bit risky though, if you are Loud walking into this. You know the shotguns are online, Split. Close quarters combat. It's going to be the name of the game. They just want to walk up. Nade. In case someone's close, that flushes them out. We know otherwise.
Right there.
Trailblazers use it a very good time here for EG. Going straight down to mid, but now they know exactly where they are. B main control. Lost earlier, the lockdown. Should be pushing all of them back here. EG have as a response. Satchel through. Nice pull as well. Stops any attempt of just trying to flood, defend any of this here close.
Spike planted.
Super diligent. Very clean from Loud so far.
Need rebounding. Aspas wants to try and hold the ground here, but him and Les yet on the backs to the wall. Going to be in a pretty clean spot. When the attempt comes through, able to sail through. There's really no issues. Jorgamo. Yeah. A little bit spicy there towards the end, but this has been Loud with the right game plans. The form is red hot. All their players are hitting.
Aspas more than halfway at this point to breaking the kill record. Still plenty more of the map to play, especially if EG starts to mount some level of a comeback here. I'd like to see what the emotions are like within the EG camp right now. Love to listen into the comms. They're a team that likes the energy to be high and the fun to be flowing. But when you're just getting battered on Pearl and now Split, it's difficult to keep the vibes up.
Who's the player to bring it back? Stun does not land. Ethan pulls it back here. I love that flash as well, but Aspas survives, remains. Boombot at his feet. The reposition though of Ethan is quite nice. It's immaculate. Damage is being done here. EG really picking them apart. The game plan to try and force the fight, force the issue. Jorgamo, it's nasty. And he's brought it to the 1v1. But once more, Aspas. Ult in his hand, stun. Not there in time. Did he hear the drop? I don't believe so. There's too much sound obfuscating it. Aspas left wondering. Is he pushed up onto the corner? Is his positioning known? Questions rolling through his head. Here's the showstopper time running short, close to the side. Let loose. Mutually assured destruction, but enough to seal the round.
And that's Aspas's third showstopper. In round 10.
He's 21-7.
It's just ridiculous what he's pulling out here. It really is. The rest of his team all got traded. It's nice moves from the rest of EG, flooding through the smokes. And what immaculate timing on this. Demon One perhaps getting a little unlucky there because he'd found that little gap through elbow. But Aspas secures it. All right, heading into the next. Round 11, EG mostly with rifles up, apart from Con with a stinger. He's inside the pit unless he's already through it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is so different to the previous round.
It's so strange. Just not really expecting this. Bit of a team flash, but
Les.
just waiting for Les to get this kill.
He's
waiting
about
for Les to get the kill. Yeah, and he's got it.
He's just caught Com in the back.
With the pit going down, you can send everybody else now over towards it. EG are not going to have the players over. They're going to have to scramble to try and make the most of this. Boostio.
How's he gotten two there?
Hello. Suddenly, a chance.
Sadak's looking to try and re-clear.
Oh,
good timing.
That, yeah. With the orb being picked up, Seeker's in your face. Les. No way. It's a 2 versus 2. Round 11.
So scrappy. Loud have not been allowed the time to consolidate at any point here, even after finding that opening pick. It's a 2v2 with Breed Shell online.
Seeker points him directly towards it as well. Okay. Flash over there. Boostio almost getting spammed out there onto that corner. Aftershock follows it through. It's a double face as well. They can't quite get the clean shot on the Queen Avenue. Rolling Thunder. That should set it up. Surely now the slam dunk. Boostio having to deal with the kitchen sink just sent flying towards him.
And Loud even managing to deal with the rounds when they get scrappy. This is unbelievably dominant from them. It was a 9-3 half on Pearl, and it looks like we might see something similar, perhaps even more dominant here on Split. Aspas has 21 kills. Sadak's making sure the round's secured. Loud are trying to pull off the reverse sweep.
Been here before. Enough money to purchase. You got all the extra weaponry, all the extra goodies. Les spotted. Boostio now. Hold on. Is he favored here? He's got to hear that jump spot, or at least the jump position of Les close to the corner. Who will walk into each other's sight line? It's going to miss him. It's going to miss him, and Boostio. Do the timing to take. Rapid is the approach, though. Look at him trying to make the most of this all the way through. Again, the showstopper's dodged, juked. Nade, rebounding around the back here. Jorgenmo's still got his though left to play with rebounding. Across the floor, stopping him from crossing over that line, and Com really needs that support. He needs that help. Tweez is in! Unexpected! Smoke's now dropped down as well, trying to help them out and gain that ground for the rest of the team. Aspas still locking down this angle. Cosmic Divide, and you don't win it, even with the judge at that kind of range. Heal online, Ethan behind them, quick. Again is the approach as the call is made. Boostio will try and watch it now with the tour de force over these angles. It's a double face pushing him away with the rendezvous. Ethan! That is nasty! Still alive here though, but missing the shots. Boostio! A chance. That's what that means. Just barely a chance.
One thin lifeline purchased. Blood, sweat, and tears. An incredible round opened and closed by Boostio, but it's this 2K from Ethan that makes it doable. We saw the attack side still be good for EG, but they're 9-3 down again.
Yeah.
Do they have what it takes? Do they have that grit?
That's the big question on everybody's mind. To EG have what it takes.
Oh boy, 9-3 as we go into the half here. Evil Genius is looking to try and get back into this one. That last round looked pretty solid, but they're gonna have to do it a few more times if they want to try and shut down this series. And meanwhile, on the other side, Loud, they're poised to be able to make this, at the very least, map 5 happen.
Yeah, they're on great form to keep this run going. In particular, Aspas is having an unbelievable half thus far. It seems like every single round he's getting 2 or 3 kills for this team. He's already had at least 3 showstoppers just in this first half, and it seems like these individual plays, beyond just the rest of all of these rounds Loud is winning, has been booming.
And it has to be some sort of record at this point, how many showstoppers that Aspas has had in one half. It has to be up there. Was it 5? Was that Brennan Sideshow was saying? It's something absurd. And it goes to show, like you said, you build that showstopper by getting so many kills for you. He's not just farming every orb, he's getting so much value winning these clutches. And overall, it looks like Loud has got EG's number on this map.
Yeah, I think if Aspas is popping off, right, it becomes a big pain point that EG are going to need to address Seth as they get ready for this next half.
No, I mean, it really is. He's just completely out of control, and this has been such a strong beginning for this squad. Now they get ready to swap sides. EG, they need to find some momentum. They got it a little bit there at the very end. Boostio with some nice shots to try to round that out, get that round 3 to put them up, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. They need so much more. They need to be able to dig deep, get themselves focused back up into this game and not let it escape them, because I, for one, maybe some of the people in the audience do, I don't believe in curses. So I think that this one's done and dusted. I think it's going to be a GG go next. Ooh.
It should be, especially considering this chamber comp was really struggling in the first half. I wasn't seeing the value out of Boostio, missing a lot of shots, not getting the information he always needed with the trademark. And now it's a question, EG, with this comp, did they take the right risk? Are they ready for split, or will Loud push us to the final map?
You know what? In this game, anything is truly possible. Let's send it back over to Brennan Sideshow.
Yeah, still yet to be seen if EG do have that grit, resilience to drag it all the way back to try and avoid that 5th and final map in our best of 5, to avoid even the possibility, the semblance at the back of their mind of a reverse sweep that might be already happening, might be already in motion. And here we go, tempo increase, double phase, Loud, ready to receive. Nade is there, slightly delayed, pushed up forwards. It's Boostio separated from the rest of them, and Sadak as well, the backstab when all that was occurring. It's falling to pieces for EG.
Just Ethan.
Yeah, not happening.
Getting torn to pieces. Jorgamo's fast up mid, trying to force the raise head-to-head, but you're forcing it against Aspas, who has 25 kills after 13 rounds. Talk about a hot hand. Aspas was there, instantly frenzy, deleted his opposition. Nade is down, all of the defensive protocols looking good, and providing such a distraction that then Sadak is able to just wander through the trip and get kills in the other side towards Vent. EG are going to force, but it's not even a great force. You know, they didn't get enough kills or a plan to even make this one look like there's too much danger.
I mean, they got Stingers, Sheriffs.
It's absolute bottom of the barrel desperation territory here for EG, trying to make something happen. That would have been a lovely shot, but it doesn't land.
This is one bullet. Still got the Sheriff. Far back positioning of Loud here, but they are re-clearing out B main themselves with the Trailblazers. So push Aspas into that spot, maybe just holding on to B main the entire time. Now you can start to dedicate a few players towards the other areas of the map that you've given up.
I like what Com is doing with his Viper Orb reposition, taking a bit of heaven control.
There.
Heaven on either side is entirely theirs. Series of contact plays. They'll try and shut that down, so Kawazin does. Getting ahead of themselves now, but less towards the back, Util.
30 seconds left.
Screaming, careening towards his way, but it's a bit of a fake as well. It's offset EG. Now they make their mark, waiting out a lot of that utility, and here are the shots landing. Needed to come through, especially when you're forcing out, but Les is still alive and active. Onto the side, close to the corner here, seeking to deny plan. Going off with no problems.
Aspak still with the double blast pack. He's going to try and get aggressive on anyone that might be playing screens. No one there. EG
have that,
should be able to hold on. Feeling quite similar now to Pearl.
There.
Aspas watch the space. Hello. Shot to the face, 2 years, attempting it, but okay, Com. Stalwart defender there of elbow. A necessary win for EG, forcing up. Maybe just get the vibes back into order as well.
That, I think, is going to be such a crucial element of EG keeping their heads in these moments. They are still quite an inexperienced team. It's one of the most fantastic Cinderella runs, if you still want to call it that, that we've seen. No one was particularly expecting this EG roster to be competing for back-to-back grand finals Tokyo to champions. They've surprised everybody with how incredibly they've developed.
Toxin screen down.
The vibes are going to be an incredibly important element of that. Being able to make these maps a little closer just gives you that more confidence. You start to get in the rhythm of communicating a little more, even if you do end up losing. Silent drop.
Yeah, silent drop, and Brian for the taking with that. Less seeking to just re-clear with his body. Of course, they need that information on the eco round. Aspas.
Nice clear.
Must have been just a pixel. Spotted by Com.
EG are being afforded a lot of map control here. Loud are not trying to pressure towards mid or towards a ramp.
They know where. Yes, of course. Okay. Spotting out towards 2 years still. It's the reaction, instantaneous. Kawazine down mid is into himself a gun. Plan should be theirs though, surely. You don't get past Jorgen, not through. Yeah, not with the judge.
Spike planted.
Good luck. On the bright side, Kawazine earning himself the rifle. EG would love to hunt for this, but got to pick and choose their play as well. It will be the one round by EG. 5th on the board.
We did see them make a little bit of a comeback over towards Pearl. You know, they were able to take pistol, bonus, really start working things forward. Somewhat similar over here. Kawazine clearly still with something to say about it, though.
That team of one!
How has he hit that flick?
Okay.
Not going to affect the outcome of the round, but a bit of a tilter.
Bit of a tilt. I don't even know where he is as well. Is he just going to remove every single piece of weaponry? 2 bullets left. It's, yeah, okay.
Jorgmo hopping around.
He's just having fun with it.
Yeah. They keep a Phantom. That's not the greatest. It's going to turn this round into an actual buy round where EG are forced to invest and hurt their economy should they lose. What a flick that is. What a flick. Aspas pulling out a judge again. He's one away from another showstopper. He's just had so many ultimates in this map.
It's a big deal. Gets the 1 kill, could be a little difference maker. G going for the 1-3-1 with their attack side default. Slow as it goes. Flash. Not connecting onto 2 years.
Loud have been giving them a lot of the map. I mean, they're not fighting over a main, they're not fighting over garage. They're barely fighting mid, honestly. They're kind of pressuring it in a couple of rounds, trying to draw out utility, but not heavy fighting in this area. Feels like Loud want to save a lot of their utility for later on. You know, once the time gets down to about 40 seconds, they can tell that EG are going to be playing slowly. And the calling from Boostio does seem reminiscent of that opening, much more on Ascent rather than Lotus, the slower paced approach. Prodding everywhere, looking for picks. And Aspas, they might have just chosen incorrectly here.
The bait and switch, yep, okay. Bolts online, fault lines there. Sending it flying, no kills, no casualties. Gaining control of this one, the util is exchanged. Either direction here. EG looking to try and gain some ground over towards heaven, but they don't have sight control, they don't have control of really anything at all, just a trademark to watch their backs.
Good utility from Com to help them get to the site. But Com doesn't go for the plant. It's just providing support from a distance, so they don't have that pit for post-plant.
This plan of a heaven, though. Com could be that late lurker. But the added time pressure, as long as Demon 1 is alive, I think he's got to stand, pull, so Loud's got to get a move on. Facing the right direction, shot actually missing here. They're clearing up and cleaning up these players. Pit, drop down in the choke point of all places. Kawazine, still clean and consistent. A plan of a heaven, but when it's online, you got to tap this now to try and force this one out. Com's gone down. That's the pit. And no more util waiting for them. Out towards the open, it needs to be covered. Kawazine, next up, in line. Demon 1, shut down. Half on the defuse, 2 years. He's got it in time.
Defenders place here.
What a tense round there for Tui's to eventually close. Demon One gave it everything he could, and Con with that kill got his pit online as well, but it was just too far away to extend over to the spike. Chaos in those final moments.
One enemy remaining.
And I think a bit of confidence lacking from EG in some of these situations too, specifically from Boostio. In a spot where he could have, you know, he takes one shot and immediately TPs away.
Yeah.
He was fighting against a player that had no clue where he was. Could have stayed for a little longer, but he's trying to be as safe as possible in these spots.
Sometimes you just need the confidence, I think, to be able to take duels like that. Maybe overstay your welcome ever so slightly, because...
I mean, that's what Loud are doing.
Exactly. Everyone's working out for them.
At the same time, Boostio, who struggled so much on the chamber last time they played Split, is at the top of the scoreboard. You know, ostensibly not the biggest issue for them if you're looking at the numbers. But I think it's indicative of a larger issue, which is EG having got up to 2-0 ahead in terms of the map score, now playing to just grind it out and hoping that they'll eventually win at some point, rather than coming up with ideas to put the pressure back on Loud and dominate them as they did in Lotus. That was EG playing confident, fast, aggressive, and now they seem a little more timid. They're still taking their map control though, they're not playing scared in that sense. Jorgamo's going to go fast up A ramp.
More Judge gameplay at work. That's feeling the heat. Bit of rifle spam and spray through the box, but backing away and giving it up. Okay. That's a nice one. It's necessary. Sadak. Not sure if that was the intended target, but out towards it. Main needs to be a collection of these kills. They're pushing forwards, and there's coverage. Watching for it. Another repeat. Kawazine. How does he pull it off every single time? The plant is down, but Ethan is so isolated again. He's on an island, essentially. Demon One. Try and play the global utility game here, but he's gonna have to get into the fight, get into the fray. Of the shot.
With the stinger though.
Yeah, not enough for the kill, not enough for the collection. Flashes through here, Loud, waiting. They know they have time for the heal. Util still abound, 2 years watching in case there is that late lurk as well. Now they're just gonna be facing it all together. Demon One! Can't win it!
Another round where Tui's is able to get the better of Demon One in those final scrappy, traded 1v1 scenarios towards the end. Not true clutches, you could argue, more to do with having excellent spacing and trading for each other in advantage situations, denying EG from making those big plays, big moments. Excellent stuff. And 12-5 the score.
Once more standing on the brink.
Earlier about the Loud legacy. Every tournament they've been to where they survived groups, they have made the grand finals. And they started off this year by almost reverse sweeping in the finals of Lock-In. Everyone remembers the big comeback from Fnatic, but that was Loud about to pull off a reverse sweep when they were up 11-3 on Icebox. And they are looking primed to do something similar here again. One round away from pulling us to bind.
Hoping to mitigate the mistakes of the past here. Have they learned from their lessons, but always a chance for EG to keep alive in this map here as a showstopper. Jorgamo holding on to it. Make sure that he clears that util, but still the alarm bot remains.
Hey, got both the nanoswarms.
Toxin screen down.
Angle by Boostio is unorthodox. We're hoping for a pick.
As is Kawanzin's actually, Brent.
Kawanzin
is going for a re-clear.
Yeah, re-clearing right behind him.
What?
They've missed each other, not quite. Oh my.
What an incredible read from Kawanzin. That was because the nanoswarms got broken, but the alarm bot didn't. He knew they were backing off.
Gia contacting behind them though. They're trying to make the most of this. At least this instance now, the Cosmic Divide all the way through. Everything relies on this. Boostio. Quick scope to the chest. 2 years, no longer standing. And where's the committal now? There's only 20 seconds left. The util, it's either got to be pulled out and it needs to be that committal, but they're not finding any picks right now. They're being choked out. They can't clear Kawazin from that position. Time is taken. Less there. Boostio Returns a shot, but 10 seconds are left. There needs to be this plan online.
Those 2 shots from Boostio in this round have been unbelievable. Just quick scoping people around the map. Desperate to keep EG in it, but flashed up. Locked off in garage, almost hit another.
Slightly wide here. All his util is pushing him into unfavorable angles again, unfavorable fights again. Gotta hit this one. Sadek does not expect it. Wrap around from Com, a classic play.
Always
G staying alive in the map.
He's always on the flank.
Yeah.
Com is always on the flank.
What are you expecting it at this point?
That's a good spot.
30 seconds left.
Look at these shots though from Boostio. That readjustment is excellent. And then he hits another one
Scanning field.
to shut down some pressure that was coming from B Heaven. Loud's economy is knocked. Feels very similar to Pearl again, where Loud, they only need to grind out a round here or there. And EG are going to make them work for it. But at some point, you feel like this attack inside of Evil Geniuses has got to make a mistake.
One slip up. That's all it really takes here. Maybe we might have seen it as an attempt to punish the satchel, the stuns. They're all overlapped. Demon 1! Brought down. Massive kill as an attempt by EG now. You can see them taking up all that space out towards Heaven.
It's too late, I think, this reaction. Oh, Sadek misses the shot, though.
Damage done to Boostio. 40 health. Has to return for the heal.
The reactions were not particularly quick there from EG. Com has pushed up deep towards A Heaven, but he's stuck behind this alarm bot. The rest of EG, yeah, they've taken B. Where are they going? Who are they aiming for with the showstopper?
Yeah, exploding out into the side here, just holding it, making sure that nobody can fly back in.
I don't know if Sadek's going to want to fight this.
I mean, they're being
he's
squeezed.
Getting pushed.
Hello, fault line stun, missing. Seeker as well, dodging and juking round to the side, another pull. Vulnerable up, Boostio tight to the corner. A lot of this going to be relying now on Com. Once more with his flank timing. Sadek, who's pulling out the old, I think, an attempt for it. Snakebite, drop down, and Com's still alive here. Into the fight, softening them up. Prime for the taking, and beam them all down.
Com the safety net again, coming around from behind. You've got to be reading into these flanks at this point. But that was still just an eco for Loud. Sadek found himself in a spot where he could have used the Rolling Thunder. There were chances there for Loud to invest more heavily into the round. But instead, they're saving their ultimates, saving their money, waiting for one big round to wipe EG away and take us to 5. This one was not the most difficult challenge that is yet to face EG. The score 12-7. Loud taking a tactical timeout. If I had to guess, this is where Fraud is going to cook up something specific. A plan with the ultimates that they have, and there's none on the other side of EG. Whereas Loud, they've got a Cosmic Divide to play with, Rolling Thunder, Lockdown. They've got big tools to be able to open up one of the sites. They can even save one of these ults potentially for a post-plant fight if they want to. But there are many different ways that you could play this.
G just take it one round at a time. You are right. I mean, all it takes is one moment. A misstep, misplay. All in investment, though, from Loud. Like you said, Cosmic Divide, Rolling Thunder, Lockdown. Any of these ults can be the key. Taking away the map, unlocking it, bringing us to that map 5. EG are going to have to rally. Good show of it so far.
The barriers drop and the pressure mounts. Fault line early here over towards Boostio and Com. Just trying to take a little bit of space behind the Viper utility. Sadek's rotating immediately just to make sure that Heaven is secure.
Still with a crossfire setup. EG did take that A ramp control a bit earlier. Les going to be the player to watch. I don't think he's got a reasonable response for this if the alarm does get triggered. Just off of that one with the alarm bot breaking. Les is alerted. Scary situation to really be in, especially when they got the confidence to take fights like that. Another flash. Kawazine does not use it to peek. Exits. Pulls the util out. Once more slowed down.
And they're playing a retake here. That's what I was talking about. Loud's ultimates are so good in post-plant scenarios. Concord coming up ramp. And Kawanzin's done more than enough here, maintaining control of this area. The spike coming back over to A. Still a lockdown, still a rolling thunder. So many tools and only 30 seconds to deal with them.
They want to fight for this. It's that A-Heaven control as well. Loud not keen to give this one up. Jorgamo going for the plant. Now it's spammed. It's part of the Heaven right through the smoke. This is it. On the cusp of it all. It's up to them. Demon 1. Gotta land it. Gotta hit it. An extension for it. He's bought a lifeline. Ethan left alone though, but the lockdown is pushing him directly into the corner. Punishment. 2 years out wide. Finishes the fight.
How many rounds have we seen go this way with 2Es cleaning up a 1v1 that the rest of his team has favored him to win? Excellent.